No, I watched Sister Act 2 this morning.
Me too! Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. Laura knows the whole dance at the end of Sister Act 2.
Oh.
You're on YouTube. Yeah.
Ready.
Welcome to Mass Moviecide, the epic journey of a couple of film junkies and the movies they watch. This is episode 103 for those of you following along. I am B. I am joined by Jay. Jay, please introduce yourself to the legions.
Hi, I'm Jay. Good.
This week we're taking a look at two revenge flicks, more or less.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, not even more or less. We're taking a look at two revenge flicks.
Yeah,
I think so.
Would you call Boondock Saints
Okay,
revenge?
let's say two vigilante flicks.
Sure.
All right,
I'm okay
two
with
vigilante flicks. Our request this week comes from Wyatt via Facebook.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Wyatt.
And if he sends us his address.
He might get a piece of my childhood.
Yes.
That we are giving away to anyone whose requests we use on the podcast. You never know what you're going to get, but you're going to get something. If you haven't seen these movies, you're going to want to watch them because we're about to spoil them. We're about to put these movies out in the sun and let them rot like a carton of old eggs because we're going to discuss how these movies begin, middle, end, and just to really drive that home, we're going to sound the Stieg from Norway spoiler alert system.
Nice.
You can see us now. We forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't say that either.
Oh, you fuck them. Dead Man's Shoes, 2004, directed by Shane Meadows, starring Paddy Considine, Gary Stretch, and Tony Kebbell. Or is that Kebbell? Could be Kebbell.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's two B's, two L's. It's K-E-B-B-E-L-L, Jeff Jarrett.
What did you do to him? What did you do?
I'm off. See you in a bit, yeah? See you in a bit.
Hey, we'll find you!
It's Anthony's brother, isn't it? It's Anthony's brother.
You're the lads of this ridiculous idea that it was me. Making me very nervous, Richard. Well, you should be. If I were you, I'd get in that car and I'd get out of here, man. Because I'm gonna hit you all.
Dead Man's Shoes is about a man who returns from war to find people who were bullying and torturing his brother, and he seeks revenge on them.
Very good.
Hijinks ensue.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of
horrible hijinks.
Had you ever seen this movie?
I had never seen Dead Man's Shoes. I'd never heard
heard me neither. I
of
didn't
Dead
know it
Man's
existed.
Shoes. I had heard of Paddy Considine.
I'd recognize him from something.
Yeah, he's done some other stuff.
We saw him in Cinderella Man.
We did see him in Cinderella Man,
Yes.
that's right.
Okay.
He was the friend who got, killed halfway through or whatever.
Michael.
Oh, fuck! If you haven't seen Cinderella Man...
Whatever,
fuck
fine.
'em. Actually, my favorite moment, and I'm going to do this from now on, anytime I'm staring at somebody in a restaurant and just kind of forget that I'm staring at them, if they ever say to me, what are you looking at? I'm just going to be like, that was so badass!
I know.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Whoa! And, even the old guy over to, his left is just like...
Whoa. The choice of language sometimes is not a word that gets said in America.
No, that's like a huge one. That's like saying
Yes.
that's like almost with the N word.
Yes.
Not almost as a stretch, but it's up there. It's in that higher
you call
echelon.
a woman that, it's like,
game on.
Yes.
If she shoots you, no judge is
you
going to
can call her like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah.
But if
she's not going to be like, whatever.
Well, okay.
You're going to get a high heel to the crotch.
Right.
But you say the C word.
Oh, boy.
No judge will convict her.
In England and UK and shit, they're just like, all the time they call each other. It's fascinating.
You think so? I
know
don't know.
so. They do.
All right.
I've heard comedians talk about it.
I guess
how
so.
they have to change that
Oh,
word.
their language?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I really did.
Let's
I
talk about
enjoyed
the twist at the end.
We're going to skip straight to that?
Yeah. Let's start
Okay,
right
so
at
at the end of the movie, you find out that his brother, Anthony, because he's Richard, the brother is Anthony.
I don't know their names.
Yeah, you find out that Anthony actually has been dead all along. And, the guy you see talking to him is like a vision of Anthony. It turns out he's dead. He hung himself.
Right. Do you feel like they really caused his death?
Yes.
Well, how? They didn't kill him.
No, but they literally gave him the rope, and they knew he was mentally handicapped, and they pushed him so far. You know what I mean? And the shit that he was saying, to them, that they were saying to him, about his brother leaving him and all that kind. It was just like they pushed and pushed and pushed.
I don't know. To me,
This is like a bullying story.
Right.
This is like,
and it's,
this is like one of the, this is along with those, this is actually, this is along the lines of these like cyberbullying issues that we have at the moment. When you think about it.
I guess.
Where it's like, well, they tormented her on her Facebook page, so she hung herself. You know?
Right.
But it's kind of along those lines, I guess.
But,
kind of interesting.
To me, I guess my problem with it is it was hard for me to, especially because you weren't even sure if the brother was really dead or anything or whatever.
Right.
And so the whole movie, you're like, well, this guy's a douchebag for killing these guys. They seem like assholes, but they don't. I mean, to me, he still took it farther than I think was.
He killed them all. I think, you can't really argue.
But I mean, if they literally went and like stabbed his brother, you go, all right, I get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they beat him to death.
Right.
But in this case, they kind of they bullied him, and it led to the brother hanging himself, and that's shitty.
Right.
But it was just, you know. But then you had the weird twist at the end again, the other twist, which is now. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm a monster.
Right.
You know,
I become one of you.
Right, which is a great ending. I love that ending a lot. So, I want to go back to that guy at the end. It was because he was like remorseful and like didn't really mean to do it, and that's why kind of at the end, or whoever the last guy was.
Right.
Like he would have.
He was the one that like didn't stop it. It was that kind of thing. Like he wasn't really into it, but he did nothing to stop it. It's one of those.
That right there, that line, that phrase,
is
what makes these two movies so well together.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even connect that.
There it was.
I didn't even connect that. It's in the very beginning of Boondock Saints.
Yes.
The priest.
Yes. There's a phrase I didn't write down.
Difference in the face of evil or whatever.
And that's what that guy was.
Yeah.
You want to switch movies now?
We're gonna watch the Boondock Saints.
We're going to talk about them.
We're going to talk about the Boondock Saints.
I hope so.
Directed by Troy Duffy, starring Sean Patrick Flanery, Norman Reedus, Willem Dafoe, and David Della Rocco as Rocco.
It's about two brothers who get tied up in this Russian mob thing, and they turn it into this big ploy to take down every bad person in the world ever. Okay. They're always open, but they're not always doing business. I like this movie a lot, and it's probably, I would say half of that is because of Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
He
rocks it.
He's so good.
He's amazing in this movie.
So good.
Listen to me, Spider-Man.
The main actors, you know.
Right.
Norman Reedus, and the other guy's name I don't know.
Sean Patrick Flanery.
That's the one. And Willem Dafoe are kind of like the big three in this movie, and Rocco. Yeah. So those big names are good, but like everybody else is really bad. Like the police chief. Or captain.
Yeah.
Was really bad. Like, it's the first time I really noticed how
he's
bad.
only in it for 2 seconds.
But he's like a bad actor.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's just like, all right, this guy over here
It was
has
bad. It really, like, it just bugged me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny, because I didn't care.
No,
he didn't bother me.
Just, for some reason,
I love that the old man from Fraggle Rock is the bartender in the beginning.
Oh, I don't even know that. Is that
ass! Yeah, that's the old man from Fraggle Rock.
That's awesome.
With Sprocket?
Yeah.
Sprocket should be in the corner of that bar. Just like chasing Fraggles through the Fraggle hole. That'd be amazing.
Awesome. I also really dig the flashbacks. The here's the crime scene. Now let's show you what happened.
Yes,
I like that a lot.
Fantastic.
That's and I've never seen another movie really do that.
Because it gets better and better each time.
Yes.
And then there comes to the point where Willem Dafoe reenacts it next to Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
And that point where he dropped to his knees.
And he does the gun thing.
And do the gun thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
So awesome.
Oh, man. That
and his fucking hair is all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's great. Those scenes are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's part of what makes the movie is those reenactment scenes. And that's why Willem Dafoe kind of walks away with it.
Would you want to make out with a woman with a 5 o'clock shadow?
No. Willem Dafoe does not make a pretty girl.
No.
I'm sorry. That guy, for him to be like, oh, man.
Right. It wasn't
baby.
just like, oh, well, you're here, I'll deal with it. It was, I am fucking, you need to, let's go.
That was absurd. Willem Dafoe does not make, like that, in a Bugs Bunny kind of way.
Right.
I guess it works.
Exactly.
Because I've seen Bugs Bunny trick Elmer Fudd like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But just, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it didn't, I was not
in the least.
Yeah. Rocco is
fantastic.
I think he probably is the next best after.
Only because he's the next extremely juicy character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flanery are great.
Yes.
But they're like the cool, calm, collected ones.
Correct.
Like they're fun and they're the center of the movie.
Right.
But they're not juicy characters. Willem Dafoe is over the top, juicy character. Rocco is. So is Billy Connolly.
Sure.
You know, I mean, that speech that the three of them do in the courtroom
I love it.
is unbelievable.
And it's the fact that they tied up everything. They got the cops on their side.
And it's their
introduction to the world.
It's their Tom Joad Batman moment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Tom, you like that?
Yeah,
Tom Joad? I'll be there. Yeah, Henry Fonda. Anyway, I still like the old man from Fraggle Rock best.
Yeah, you would.
Yelling fucking ass. Fuck
yes. And in the hospital.
No.
Yeah. And they just go, ooh. I mean, this is a fun fucking movie.
It is. It's really, a lot of fun.
And it's one of those movies that, you know, if you haven't seen, you're doing yourself an injustice.
Yeah, you need to see it.
Because it's fun. It's not like the end all be all of movies, but it's definitely a great time to just sit and watch. And it's something you could turn on and watch from halfway through and still enjoy.
Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, Boondock Saints. Jay, what do you think the audience feels about Boondock Saints?
95?
93, nice and close. Yeah, audience, people like the movie. Critics, though, what do you think the critics think?
It's probably lower. 82.
17.
What the fuck?
17% symbol.
How is that possible? Mass Moviecide.
Short episode.
Was it short?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, because Boondock Saints, you can only say so much about.
Yeah, it's good. We liked both of these movies.
And it's been talked about by the entire world. We have a website. SmashMovieside.com. We have an email. SmashMovieside@gmail.com. Yes.
All right, so there's that. Contact us. Listen to Mass Movieside UK this weekend for Troll 2 happenings.
Word.
And we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. It happens. Last week we went over by 10 minutes, so...
Yeah. And we did a 2-hour one for 100.
Alright, out. Oh, I never stopped the camera.